Okay, so I have the Zoom recording here. Are you recording as well in case?
I'm not recording. I don't know how to do
Okay,
that.
no problem. It's just always good to have it as a backup. That's it. Let me do this again. Stop. Record.
The only thing I'm hearing is a little bit of interference with your fan.
Oh gosh, yes, it's too high. You're right. I put that on this morning when I was here setting up, and that'll bother you the whole time. Okay, it's off, and we're ready to go. So stand by. My hair's messy now. Valerie, Binzen, Brethauer, Chakra Loft. Okay, stand by 1 second.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
You're listening to In the Spotlight with Jill Nicolini on Business Talk Radio, where we take your business to the next level.
And welcome back to Business Talk Radio. We are joined again today by Valerie Binzen Brethauer from Pennsylvania, and she is a healer. She uses universal energy. She's a Reiki master. She's so much more than that. Valerie, welcome to the show today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much. So please introduce yourself again to the audience, and let's discuss what we have on tap for today.
I am Valerie Binzen Brethauer. I am a Reiki master in Bridgeville, Pennsylvania, and I heal with universal energy.
Now, you're sitting there in your own studio area. I call mine a studio area, but this is your, what would you refer to it as? Your
My Reiki studio.
Reiki studio. Oh, so it is a studio. Okay, good. And the process of Reiki, this would be another long distance Reiki session, which we actually tapped into 2 weeks ago. Would you mind explaining what we are about to do and why it's so helpful?
This is my Reiki studio. This is my Reiki table where the Reiki bear is. This is Reiki bear. And I'm going to perform long distance Reiki on Jill, and it is done on the Reiki bear. He has the seven chakra zones on him, and this is how I reach Jill through long distance Reiki.
Now, the process of Reiki, if you could describe it to us once again, there's 7 chakras in the body that need to be in alignment.
Yes, the 7 chakras, I open them up through the bear. I connect with Jill, and I perform the Reiki on the bear, and I reach Jill through the long distance Reiki, which is just as powerful as if she was right here on the table. I can feel everything that's going on with her through the Reiki bear, just as if she was right here with me.
And a normal session of Reiki usually lasts what?
A long distance Reiki session usually lasts about 40 minutes, and a typical session, if you were here in my studio, would be an hour.
Okay. And anything else you want to let our viewers here know today, obviously, about the process and what you do and who you are before we get started?
We're going to do a meditation session to start with, just as if you were here with me in the studio. It's very much like you were just right here with me. The Zoom session is just like you were here with me. It's just a little bit shorter than if you were right here in the studio. I would ask you a series of questions, just as if you were right here, and it's very, very similar as if you were right here in my studio.
Okay, well then I'll let you take it away whenever you're ready to start working on me. I'm here. I'm ready and willing. You know, we had a great experience a few weeks ago, and I have stomach problems, which I've told you about. And when we did this process, I could actually hear the gurgling and hear the sound, and I felt it. You felt it too, virtually,
Yes.
which is bizarre. I had to Google it when we were done. I said, "Is this real? Like, did she really hear these gurgles? Why am I gurgling?" And a lot of people say that happens. What is that sound that you were feeling and I was feeling and hearing?
I could feel the disturbances in the Reiki bear's stomach, in the stomach chakra. I could feel everything that was going on in your stomach, the movement, all the disturbances that was going on within that chakra, all the pain that you were feeling. And I was setting the Reiki in there to heal it. And that's when you were feeling all the sensations that you were feeling, was the Reiki going in there and working on that pain that you were having. And it stays with you even after I'm finished with the Reiki session. The Reiki stays with you and continues to work with you even after I'm finished.
All right, well, I'm ready when you are.
All right, let's start with our meditation session like we did last time. We're going to take 5 minutes out, and I'm going to do the meditation session with you.
Okay.
Okay, so close your eyes, rest your hands on your lap with
Mhm.
your thumb touching your middle finger. Close your eyes. Take 5 deep breaths in through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Let all the troubles of the day go. Just let your mind rest. Don't think about anything. Just breathe normally. Hey, Jill, how do you feel?
Calm. Relax.
Much better?
Mm-hmm.
Much calmer?
Yes.
Okay, let's put our hands together and let's bow and say namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to do long distance Reiki symbols on the bear. Long distance Reiki session is with Nicolini. And I just want you to sit and relax as I do the long distance Reiki on you. Jill, you ready? It's having some trouble.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to speak or not, so I'm waiting for you to verbalize what's exactly happening with the pendulum.
It's having some kind of trouble.
And what
It
area is
really
that?
is. That's your stomach chakra.
No,
That's your stomach chakra having some kind of trouble going on.
but the first few, was that on my stomach chakra when the pendulum
No,
was
the one up, the one up here, the all your other chakras are fine. But what I was feeling with your solar plexus, your stomach, and your root was where I was feeling all the activity going on.
And did I see the pendulum swinging in the counterclockwise position for one of those?
No, everything's going in the clockwise.
Okay.
Everything's going in the clockwise. Your
But now,
stomach is really struggling. But we
and
already know this.
and to be honest though, today I have not felt one gurgle. I've not heard one gurgle. I've not on a normal morning waking up today, my stomach actually did feel a little better than it has been. It was really bad a few weeks ago. We worked together and it was still a little painful, but I honestly am believing that it feels a little better the past few days. But interesting to see visually that
It's trying. It really is trying to turn. It's trying to go in the right direction, but it's struggling.
yeah.
It really is trying. It's trying to go in the right direction. See, I was trying to go, it's not going in the counterclock direction. It's trying to go in the right direction. It really is trying.
Ah,
It's just really struggling.
and this is something you've seen before with other clients where they have certain pain and issue that's
Mm-hmm.
clearly evident.
Yeah.
Is that something that you could ever help really
Oh
get
yeah,
better? Do you
it'll
think
get
it gets
better.
better? It takes time.
It just takes time.
Wow.
It just takes time. Yeah, see, it's trying.
Yeah,
It
that is
just takes
amazing.
time.
It's wow.
And your solar plex, I was getting a lot of energy out of that one too. I was feeling a lot of energy going into that one too.
So is
And
that
that was going slow too. So it's almost like it's moving upward into your solar plexus.
wow? Okay. And the solar plexus again, would you mind elaborating what that is exactly?
That's going up into your upper stomach,
Okay.
your yeah, into your top of your stomach,
Okay.
into your solar plexus, into your upper stomach area,
Okay.
into your like above into your
Yep. Like right below my
and
rib
above
cage.
right below your rib cage.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, right now I have major distension, just the normal bloating that I've unfortunately become accustomed to my whole life. So you wear a baggy dress, right? Because it helps you feel better. I don't like
Mm-hmm.
any clothes that are restricted in that area. I cannot wear jeans unless they're super low and the button's open. So
Mm-hmm.
it's currently right now my stomach is very distended and bloated with,
Yeah.
which means my small intestines, large intestine, everything's just filled with gas. It's just
Yep. Those are the two areas I felt it most was your solar plexus. That's why I was on that area the most
yeah.
because I felt most of the Reiki energy going into those two areas. So I spent a lot of time right in those two areas
Mm-hmm.
right there because that's where I felt the most help going into those two areas. So I concentrated a lot of time right there.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to this healing process and journey. Like I said, I physically feel a little better today. In the past, I'd say week. It hasn't been as painful, but still clearly it's a condition that I'm fighting and dealing with. And it feels so good to know that you can actually feel it. You can see it. You can, what is it you're feeling exactly? Can you explain it to?
My hands, when there's a lot of negative energy, my hands go numb when I first start working on a person. It's very hard to explain, but can you imagine if when I first start working on a person, there's a lot of negative energy that I'm feeling. If you can imagine your hands being squeezed together like this, you can imagine squeezing your hands together like this,
Mm-hmm.
okay? That's what I feel when I start working on a person.
Wow.
And as I start getting rid of the negative energy, that feeling starts to go away and it doesn't hurt as much. So it literally hurts when I first
You're,
start working on a person.
wow. You're
Okay.
physically
And I
going
get a
through
lot of
this with
tingling
them.
sensation when I run across an area that is a problem area. I get a lot of like pins and needles in my hands that indicates that there's a problem area. And that's the Reiki going into that area, trying to heal that area. So
Wow.
that's what I was feeling on you was the Reiki going into that, concentrating on those areas. So it was a lot of heat, a lot of tingling going on, indicating that it's trying to go into those chakras and heal that complete area to help you get those areas better and working.
Thank you. So the other areas were okay? Any other
Yeah,
trouble or
I did
sensations you
feel with
felt?
the selenite, I have a selenite wand that I use on people on their head. And I do 3 areas on the top of the head. And I did notice on your head that this was working and vibrating on the top of your head. So I didn't know if you were feeling like a headache or something going on the top of your head, like in your
Last night,
temples.
ready? I don't get headaches often. Last night I took an Excedrin migraine.
Uh-huh.
I don't get headaches often. And last night I had one and I started to think, is it from keeping these headsets on? Is this too tight? Is something bothering my head? What is it? And I felt better last night. Right now my head feels okay, But it's interesting that you picked up on that. I swear, my children, I
That,
took an
that's normally what
Excedrin
I feel
migraine.
with this, is that I'm pulling a headache out when I feel something going through this, like a vibration or something.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
that's what I'm pulling out, is a headache of some sort or pain of some sort in the head. And that's what I was feeling in this.
Well,
So
you are spot on. I never even take that at all. It's not even my pill box, but I took it. I said, I have a little bit of a headache. Interesting. Now, is there anything I could do to help work on healing my chakras here, or it's just a matter of trying to cleanse them with the universal energy through the Reiki, through your practice there in your Reiki studio? What anything I could do on a daily basis that may aid in helping me?
I want you said that you were really high stressed. You got a lot of stress, and that's very much contributing to your stomach issues. So you got to calm that down. I want you to meditate as much as possible. I know you said that that's really hard because you've got such a busy life going on, but just try and do that as much as possible. Calm.
It's 2 little kids, and I think a lot
I
of
know,
people
it's
have
really
children.
hard.
I get it, but, I it is very stressful for me. Some people have 5. I was on the phone with somebody yesterday, and he was a sweet gentleman. He was a customer service representative, and he was just talking about he's got 5 children, 2 to 17, and, he finally got the girl, and his wife and I are deciding to try to have another child, and he's 43, and I said, God bless you. I said, you sound so calm. How do you do it? He says, my wife is just very calm. And I said, I have 2, and I'm very stressed and I'm anxious. He says, it's just the way she is. She can handle. And I know everybody's built differently to handle things, but I want to learn how to change my coping skills and my abilities so I can
Mindset,
handle.
yeah.
And I think a lot of that again has to do with the stomach and
Hmm.
like we talked about, like trauma, right?
Hmm.
Childhood trauma. Growing up in a house that I did with my parents, always fighting. I've always had knots in my stomach, and whether it's the IBS, they say the hereditary fructose intolerance. I'm not even sure if that's even all real. I mean, I'm not even sure what they are. I just feel like a lot of it's brought on by the outside world and the stress, which, as you mentioned, it'd be nice to start meditating, start doing the Reiki like we're doing, and try to change my behavior and my coping skills and do things differently so I can be more relaxed. I
Right.
got up extra early today for you. I felt good, and which is a start. It's about planning your day out and making sure you make the time for things. And yeah, so I felt really good this morning, and I'm feeling better overall. Still not great, obviously, with the stomach, but what you do is amazing. Now, how did you learn Reiki? How does somebody become a Reiki master?
Well, there's training involved with you can do it in person or you can do it online. There is, online classes. It's not as good as it in person. You have to be careful who you take it from. There's spin-offs from, there's different types of Reiki out there. The Usui method is the one that I learned from, and that's the original from, he was, 4,000 years ago. That's the original Reiki. And then there's a lot of spin-offs of that that go into different methods of um, uh, Reiki. I've seen all different kinds, but I like the Usui method
Okay.
training, and I think that's the best one. So it's online, and you can also find a teacher, but you have to be careful because there's a lot of teachers out there that are charging a lot of money for their classes, and it's supposed to be affordable.
Got
So
it. And this is
you need
affordable.
to be careful of what you're paying for it because you can get gouged doing getting the training. So you have to find somebody that's not going to gouge you
That's a
and
shame.
take advantage
Now,
because you can get taken advantage of.
for a normal Reiki session, if I was to work with you, if somebody watching wants to work with you, how does it work? How do you establish how many, sessions they need in your Reiki studio or virtually? And is it really affordable for people?
It should be affordable, and if it's not, then they're taking advantage of you.
Okay.
There's supposed to be first, second, and third is supposed to be master, but some people add additional training to it. So
Okay.
it just all depends on who you take it from.
And
They do
besides
first,
you,
second, third, and then master.
Okay.
But it's supposed to be first, second, third is supposed to be master.
Okay.
So it all depends on who you take it from.
Now,
And
besides doing the Reiki, what other services do you offer your clients? Would you like to share with us?
I do ear candling. I do house blessings.
Now,
House
we
blessings
can't do
is
the ear
not.
candling virtually, right? No.
No, can't do ear candling virtually. You have to come to the studio for me to do that.
And by
House
the
blessings
way,
also is something I have to do in person. I can't do that virtually
I'm
either.
279 miles away from you. I put it into Waze when we were having our other radio interview. So it's 7 hours for me to drive to you. But one day, you never know if I'm in the area, I will come to you personally.
I want you to. I
All right.
definitely want you to.
Thank you.
The studio is beautiful. I'm very happy with how it turned out, so I want you to see it.
Oh, thank you. So I'm sorry I cut you off a little bit. You talked about ear candling and house blessings as well.
House blessings is just to clear the house of, the previous people that lived there, just to make it your own. I'm not a demonologist, so I can't get rid of demons and that kind of thing, or Ghostbusters or anything like that. I'm not. It's just to clear the energy of whoever lived there before and kind of clear it out and make it your own spot. It's very a simple procedure. It's not like what you see on TV where they're chasing ghosts or anything like that. I don't do
And
that.
would you mind telling us how you got into this? I mean, you obviously have a passion to help people and you have something above and beyond that you can feel things. What inspired you as a young child to go down this path?
Well, I've been a caregiver pretty much since I was 7 years old. My grandmother was a diabetic, and she and I were very tight. And she wouldn't let anybody else give her insulin shots, but me. So at 7 years old, I was at the doctor's office with her, and the doctor was teaching me how to give insulin shots to her. And so I started very young in the medical field.
Yeah,
And
obviously.
then my mom got very sick with cancer, and I was her caregiver. She died when I was 15 years old of a bone cancer, and I was her caregiver. And then I was just very young when I started caregiving, and then I just started being a caregiver, and I loved it. And I took care of disabled young people, young kids, and young adults, and the elderly. And I just love that field. And I was taking care of two twins with cerebral palsy, and the one twin had severe pain every day in, day out. He had a feeding tube that he had to go to bed with because he couldn't eat, because he aspirated, so he couldn't, eat normally. And he just had so much pain, and the mother was getting exasperated with how to get rid of some of this pain so he could just live normally, somewhat. And the pediatrician they were seeing was somewhat of a holistic doctor, and she suggested that she seek out Reiki. So she called this Reiki master that happened to be a husband and wife team, and they came out to the house and saw him and performed Reiki on him. And they came out for a month straight, and the enlightenment in the child and the change in him and how much better he felt after they did sessions on him was just amazing. And it took me back, and I was like, I need to learn this, and I want
It's
to do this
amazing. Yeah.
one day. So
Everybody has a
I
path, has a
just
journey,
tucked
and the
it back
fact
in my
that
mind that I was going to do this one day, and this was my calling.
goosebumps.
So when I moved back here to Pennsylvania, I ran across a Reiki master, and I was like, I'm doing this now. This is what I'm supposed to be, and this is what I was put on the earth to do, and I'm going to do this. And here I am today.
By any
Reiki
chance, have you kept
master.
in touch with the twins and then the family that you used to work for? Do they know you're?
Unfortunately, no. I know where they are and everything, but I haven't been able to keep in touch with them. I saw them about, I'd say, 2.5 years ago before I moved up here. But since I've been up here, no, I haven't been able to be in touch with them. But I
Okay.
know that they're doing okay. They're in
Great.
college now, and they're fine, and they're doing great.
And can I ask you to share the very exciting news you told me yesterday about the Discovery Channel? Are they doing a pilot on you?
Yes, they are doing a pilot on me on the Discovery Channel, and about the beginning of August, we're going to go shoot that pilot. It's very exciting.
How did
I'm
that come
looking.
about? Did they heard of you? You contacted them, or how did they
It was
get
through
in
the
touch with
radio
you?
station actually that it happened.
Okay.
That the radio station contacted me, and then I started doing radio shows, and then they they
Wow.
noticed me with the Reiki, and they asked the radio station to they wanted to know more about me, and so they've been watching me with the radio shows and everything.
Great.
And they said, yes, we want to do a pilot on her. So
Fantastic.
Big Jim said that they want to do a pilot with me. So we just talked yesterday, and it's going to be at the beginning of August that we're going to shoot the pilot. And it's very exciting. I'm looking so forward to it.
It really
it's such
is.
a new adventure. I've never done anything like that before. So
Well, you're
this is
doing it.
also new and exciting.
You're doing all virtual, right? You're doing it.
Yeah, this is getting me
Skype.
used to.
So
This is getting me used to the whole thing. So
good. I'm glad we can help your business talk
we're
radio.
getting
But
we're getting
really,
my feet wet.
well, thank you. And thank you for helping me try to overcome my personal issues and my healing. And I'm so glad that we're on this journey together. Also, would you mind telling our viewers how we can get in touch with you?
Yes, it's chakraloft.com. CHAKRA.com is my website, and then it's chakraloft@gmail.com, and it's 412-427-2332 is my phone number. And you can contact me on the page. There's a page on my website that you can contact me through, and it goes to my email, and I can answer you through there or give you a call. And there's a bunch of pictures, and the videos will be on my website as well. And my videos are now live on YouTube. I have a YouTube station now that has just gone live this morning with all our videos now going live on that.
Fantastic. I'm glad I'm a part of it. Thank you so much. And again, don't forget Valerie Binzen, Brethauer. She's going to be a household name soon. She is a little bit now, but now once the Discovery Channel, scoops her up, she'll be, she'll be too busy for us soon. I hope not. It's always a pleasure to work with you, Valerie. Chakraloft.com. Please go visit our website. And again, we thank you all for joining us on Business Talk Radio with our live Zoom call here today. Thank you again, and I'm looking forward to my healing process, and congratulations on your new journey with television. But obviously, you love doing what you do. It shows. I think people can see that, can feel that, and definitely contact her, because this is just been enlightening for me. I've heard of Reiki, and then I started speaking with her a few weeks ago. Didn't know much about it, and now that I'm actually in the chair and I'm feeling it, I believe in it. I feel good. And I'm looking forward to this. So I really thank you so much. And again, beautiful studio there.
Thank you.
All right. You have a fantastic day, and we will touch base soon. I can't wait. And what do we say at the end?
Namaste.
Namaste. But I have to hit the button at the same time. So hold on. Ready? 1, 2, namaste.
Namaste.
Here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
You're listening to In the Spotlight with Jill Nicolini on Business Talk Radio, where we take your business to the next level.
And that's a wrap.
Thank you.
So much. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye, hon.
Bye.